How's it going, everybody? Hope everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend. Um, and hope you guys had a good day today. Nice little trading day. I just want to dive into a couple trades that I took today. A little bit of over trading. And I do want to apologize for not making any videos past couple weeks. Just been all over the place, and ended up being taking just so many trades that it was hard to even track or go over because I was just taking so many ridiculous trades. Just really need. I took a week off. Really needed to just take a step back, and I was trading a lot of listed stocks because my two best friends they only trade listed stocks, and we're in a group message, a group chat together, and they're always talking about the tickers they're watching and the setups, and basically the setups are the same. The overall patterns are the same. They just move OTCs and listed stocks just move differently. And so not being able to because I only trade OTCs, not being able to like be a part of their conversation or um, just whatever they're talking about, and being able to put my 2 cents in and actually be talking about it and trading it with them has been difficult, I guess I would say. And I was easily tempted into trading listed with them, mostly just because a lot of the times there was patterns that I obviously know and want to try to take advantage of, but just wrong time. I was entering in at the wrong time of the day, or maybe there was a couple of things that I've missed because I haven't been trading listed stocks in so long that I'm just not so I was just wasn't aware of like a few things when thinking about entering a trade. And so it was really, I had a long talk with them over the weekend, and it was really just, you know, if you like OTCs, just trade OTCs. You don't need to trade both. Like, obviously, me and them aren't going to be as communicative together, talking about what everybody's watching and how we're going to play it and yada yada. Um, is what I really liked. I really enjoy being able to talk to somebody like that who they know what they're doing too. They're not dumb. They've been trading for a while, so to be able to really talk to them and get their 2 cents on things and give them my ideas and kind of just exchange our thought processes and things like that is really nice. I really do enjoy that, and so it kind of just sucks that I am more into OTCs and can't really have that connection with them. But we still talk every once in a while. And that's what we talked about over the weekend too. It was like, just because you're going to stick with OTCs, I mean, that's your thing, that's what you like and you're comfortable with. So just stick to those. Don't feel forced to come play listed stocks because you want to communicate more, or whatever. And so, that was just one thing I struggled with is I kept going back to listed stocks, and I kept just really shooting myself in the foot trying to take all these trades. It would just be ridiculous. And so I was getting to the point where I was taking 5 or 6 trades in a day and using up all the capital I had in my account on that one day. So it was way too much. And I just needed a good step back, and just sticking to OTCs. Um, I've said this before too, where I said I'm going to size down and focus on process, not profits, and yada yada. But it just, I don't know, it just gets to me to where just think about the money, and because I'm sure a lot of people who listen to this may not be liking where they're at in life. Like for me, I hate my job, and I hate having to work for, like, for me it's for my family. I have to work for my family, and I just completely hate it. And telling, and like having to tell them that I hate it, what I feel like would hurt their feelings. And it's just like a whole kind of sensitive subject for me and the family, I guess, because they just have no idea how much I hate working for them. And so and they think the whole trading thing is just a joke. They're like, oh yeah, good side hustle, I guess. Only 1-2% of traders fail, I mean succeed, right? And I'm like, yeah, I obviously know that. And so they just don't really get it. And so it's just been my own little journey. And so it's like for me, it's just I've just been thinking a lot about I need to make the profits. I need to prove them wrong. I need to get out of this rat race and working my stupid 9 to 5, hitting my life every day. And so the sooner I can become a profitable trader and make money, the sooner I can make it a full time thing, and the sooner I'll be happy, right? Um, so that kind of killed that. I mean, that doesn't kind of, that really kills me. Having that kind of mindset of just wanting to make money um, is just, it's a killer, it'll kill you because in this game, you really can't think about the profits. It's all about the process. So that's just my number one thing. It's process over profits. And when the process is set right and you have a solid foundation, a solid process, the money will come. So that was just my little rant. 'Cause I haven't really had anybody to talk to the past few weeks. So let's just dive into some trades from today. And I still did over trade today. And so I took that, and I thought about that later on in the day. And it's something I want to work on for this week. But I'm very proud of my risk reward and how I kind of sized into these plays. So let's just dive in. We'll start with GGII. I missed the panic. I ended up taking a stupid loss on this day here when it was panicking, and just kept trying to predict the bottom. And that's one thing I've told myself with panic dip buys. I love panic dip buys, but they need to set up correctly, and they need to really have that shift in momentum to where it either puts in like some kind of double bottom, starts making some higher lows, some consolidation, something. I can't keep just trying to take stabs at where I'm thinking that because I can see in the level 2 where the momentum shifts for like the first, maybe it'll bounce for a couple minutes and then just wash right back out. And I understand watching the level 2 and seeing that momentum shift, but that doesn't mean that's going to be the bottom. And so instead of just trying to predict the bottom, which I was obviously trying to do, and I took nasty losses on that day, and that was the day that really hurt me. And so it ended up having really nice higher lows, A, B, C, D, and then just really kind of no, it didn't rip up. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, so it was this day here. I was just kept trying to buy the bounces. I bought a bunch on this bounce here and ended up just getting kind of shit on this little washout. And then it just made these little gradual higher lows. And I was meant to, because I used all my capital trying to buy these dips here. And then it started to set up really nicely. I was taking a bunch of mental trades here where I was just adding and sold into the spike here at 37. And if I would have just been patient, that would have been an amazing trade. So was just super pissed off about that and just how I traded it. But it finally bounced, and I had missed this day here for the first green day. I liked these higher lows. I was watching it, but just decided to wait. Then I completely missed it when it dipped and held VWAP here and was holding like this morning high of day. And we got a really nice push and rip past high of day. It was a pretty good first green day, nice and clean. Yeah, completely missed that. And then so today it tried to wash out in the morning, ripped right back, made a high, and was kind of making these higher lows. And the one thing I didn't like about it was the volume. And I took a small starter here and just cut it real quick. And then it bounced, it held VWAP and bounced right back to 48. And so I took another small starter and then ended up just cutting it here at VWAP. And so overall it was $28 in losses on the 2 trades. So really happy with how my position size and how I just cut my losses really quick. Because I did notice the volume was super weak and it wasn't as clean. It didn't really hold those higher lows. I would have liked it to kind of push up more in here instead of that little down. That's a little, what do you call this? It just came down a little bit. I don't know how to talk today. Just kind of came down instead of making more higher lows. And I just kind of bought it in this consolidation, just super small starter. And once it had that little dip, I just cut it. So it was just the volume. The volume was a key thing for me. I did like the higher lows, but we just couldn't get the volume to push and start testing high of day. So that was GGII. And then VDRM was another one. And this was just a really nice breakout. And so I saw it as, at first when I was watching it in the morning, I saw it as a multi-day breakout here over like this 37.5. And so I completely missed it and kind of just let it do its thing, because I also saw a breakout here over 4. Really nice first green day there with nice volume. And so once it had already broken out past 4, because I was also worried that 4 would act as resistance, because the volume is nothing compared to what it was here. And so that was like a key resistance level that I was worried about. So after it had already broken past 4, so you had a multi-day breakout and then a multi-month breakout over 4. And so I really liked that. And so 4 was that key level I was kind of keeping an eye on. And it had this dip, and it was holding 4-1. And so I saw it as like a double, almost like a triple bottom here, 4-1 plus VWAP, and it's holding a breakout over 37.5 and 4. And so when it was holding 4-1, it was just a penny away from that 4-cent breakout level. And so I got it here a little bit in this choppiness here at 4.2, sorry, risking 4.1. And so to me, I was able to, and I was only risking $25, and I had like, it was either $1,300 or $1,500 in the trade. So I was able to have $1,500 risking $25. That risk reward is amazing. Plus it's a breakout. Obviously I don't like the volume as much, but I do like how it's making these higher lows, in the overall chart. Just kind of grinding up. Multi-day break over 37.5. I like that. And so let it do its thing. Took some here, and I wasn't expecting a high day break within the first 30 minutes. I was really expecting some higher lows, some more consolidation. Maybe I can add a little bit more if I really wanted to, which I most likely wasn't going to, because I don't want to have any kind of big size. I'm really just trying to focus on the pattern and make sure I'm playing it correctly. And so since I got the high of day break within the first 30 minutes of buying it, I'm like, why not just not get greedy here? This could probably be the top. It's a weak high of day break, so let's just take it. And so that's what I did. I took 7%, and I just didn't look back. I did get an alert here when it came back down to 43, and so I didn't like the volume, and I just also just didn't really want to overtrade, even though I did anyway today. But I took the single and ended up holding up, making some higher lows, and got another break and topped out at 48. 47 is where I wanted to sell. That is where I expected, if high of day broke, we would see at least 47. But I changed my plan and just sold it here at 45.1. So that was a little multi-day breakout. The last one was HTZ GQ. And this is over, it had a really nice multi-day breakout here. And I can see that happening again here. With just the way it's holding up really nicely and making these higher lows on the daily. And today was just holding VWAP, just ABCD kind of, if you want to call it an ABCD or some kind of OTC swizzle, to where it's just consolidating really nicely. And it got a nice high of day break over 625. I took some at 627, just 250 shares, risking 218, which was VWAP at the time. and the low that it kind of put in at the bottom of support. So I just saw that as a key level, and I knew it was a slower mover. So I was really just expecting, if we can just keep holding up into the close, I would love to swing this for a week maybe and see if we can retest that 730 level. But it just consolidated, then washed out, stopped me out. So that was a $24 loss. So not too bad with GGII having between those two trades, $28, and HTZ GQ just $24. And then my one win on VDRM was 77. So 3 losses, 1 win, still green on the day, $25. And green is green. I'm not, like I said, I'm process over profits. So the money doesn't mean anything. As long as I'm green, I'm learning from each trade. That's really all that matters. So I still think if volume kicks in, I would love a breakout here over 730. I think that's going to be lovely, because if you look, it is kind of holding this previous high here that it broke before, and I don't like the volume, but if volume kicks in, because it's consolidating very nicely on the daily, so if the volume kicks in and we start pushing up towards 7, I'm going to be very interested. So that's just something on my radar. Just keep recent runners on watch, man. That's all I got to say. Or women, whoever is watching this video. But yeah, that's it. Just a little bit of over trading today. I'm going to try to dial that back. I like my position sizes and I like my risk today. So I want to just keep that moving forward throughout the week, and just going to keep growing, getting better every day. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.